All right, this is Windjammer coming from Rocky Mountain National Park. I'm at the Wild Basin Trailhead, about to start a one-night backpacking trip inside the park. We were hoping to be 2 nights, didn't work out, but that's okay. This is still going to be good. Right now, there's some very dark clouds above me, and there's the rumblings of thunder in the distance. And there's supposed to be storms coming through, but I have faith we're going to be just fine. So I'm packed up, and I'm not going to wait. Got my bag right here. Going to throw it on. I'm rocking my lion shorts. Feeling pretty freaking good. It's time to get started. 3 waterfalls, and then to Bluebird Lake. 6.5 miles. We're just right off the trailhead. So this is Lower Copeland Falls. It's the first of 3 waterfalls I'll see on the way up to Bluebird Lake. And it's flowing awesome. There's been so much rain and storms out here lately. It's just, I mean, that's really incredible. There's also an Upper Copeland Falls that I'll be at here in just a moment. But this is pretty neat. This is the type of water you don't try crossing. Yeah, it's really cool. So this is the Upper Copeland Falls. Some dark clouds in the distance. I still think we're going to be okay. And the forest in Rocky Mountain National Park is just so pretty to me. It's one of my favorites. Colorado's probably my favorite. Pretty flowers up there. Yeah. Water running beside me, I'm sure you can hear it. It's very nice. Alright, reached another intersection. That trail will take you all the way eventually to Thunder Lake. I'll be heading this way to Calypso Cascades and Ouzel Falls. This way. I don't believe I'm going far enough to get to the Calypso Cascades, but that's very pretty. Whatever this little area is. So these are the Cascades. Calypso Cascades. And yeah, they win.
Well, I'm past 2 of the 3 waterfalls that I'm going to be seeing on the way to Bluebird Lake. And there really hasn't been too many people out here, you know. I've certainly passed a few, but not too bad. I don't know if the threat of impending storms is keeping people at bay, but I imagine I'll see some more by Ouzel Falls, and then probably not so much after that. Just felt a few drops of rain. Still think we're gonna be good. Dark cloud above me for sure though.
I've made it to Ouzel Falls. You can see the mist. I can see a little bit. Boom! Yeah, this is the best one of the 3. Nice.
Whew. Well, that waterfall was definitely the best. It's back up in there. That was awesome. So, I'm gonna turn around and see the path that I'm heading. Dark clouds. The first one flew by me pretty good, just kind of sprinkled. So, let's see if our good fortune can go twice, huh? I think you can. Good vibes. Dark clouds. Well, the good fortune ran out. I found this little overhang. You see there's a rock over me too. And I'm holed up. I'm dry though, you know, my bag's dry, everything's dry. And it's raining out there pretty good, and it's very dark and I hear the thunder booming. But I'm kind of cozy, a little chilly, but cozy. I think it's gonna blow over, so I'll sit here for, I don't know, maybe an hour. We'll see. And I'm only about 2.5 miles probably from my campsite, so I can hang here for a while. No biggie. But anyway, this is where yeah, so there's a lot of trees around me, which is good. I'm in a good, safe lightning area. Yeah, let's let this blow by for sure. All right, there's my little hovel behind me where I crawled up in. So I guess I've stayed there about an hour, and I just got my book out and read, and everything blew over. The sun's coming out, so it all worked out, man. I tell you what, good Lord looks out for those that ask to be looked out for. Just as it got bad, there was that little shelter for me to go tuck away in. Pretty cool. So yeah, like I said, probably about 2.5 miles. I was actually looking at, it might be 3 miles. Either way, 2.5, 3 miles. I'm back on the trail. Got some sunshine. I believe there is a second round of thunderstorms coming in later, but I feel like I'm gonna have time to get to camp and set up. So next time I'll be under the shelter of the tent. Oh, this is neat. Nice little wall behind me, or cliff. Anyway, back on the trail, moseying on. Here's another trail junction, and I have a correction to make. Earlier I said that there was a trail that would take you to Thunder Lake, and I was wrong. I was on the trail that takes you to Thunder Lake. So, that way, just under 4 miles. It looks like a pretty lake, one that I'd like to eventually get to, but I will be taking this path here. So Ouzel Lake is just under 2 miles. Bluebird Lake is 3.3 miles. So I guess I was a little off on my calculations for where my campsite was, but still, 3 miles isn't very bad. So yeah, hour and a half away. Yeah, maybe 2 hours, because I think I'm gonna take a little side trail down to Ouzel Lake. So yeah, no biggie. And as you can see, that sun is shining. Hopefully it'll be a pretty afternoon. Here's some very pretty wildflowers. But the reason of this video is those mountains there. I believe this one is Meeker. Oop, didn't mean to blur it out. It's just under 14,000 feet above sea level. And the one in the background, if you can notice the little notch in it, that's Longs Peak. So that's the only 14er in Rocky Mountain National Park. And I've actually camped right over there somewhere on the boulder field. Pretty cool campsite. So getting up, getting some mountains. What's cool is to see those. When I got my permit at the ranger station, you know, I told her my plans of going off trail up to Ouzel and Ogallala peaks tomorrow. And she said I might run into some too much snow and winter conditions. I might have to turn around, but looking at those peaks, I mean, there's obviously snow up there, but not too much. That peak right there is taller than both of the ones I'm gonna be at tomorrow. So, you know, hopefully it'll be good. Anyway, there is a cloud straight ahead, and I heard the distant rumble of thunder. I'm not sure if it's coming from there or from one that passed by me though. But we'll figure that out as we go. Well, I'm at the intersection to go down to Ouzel Lake, but it's raining again. So I don't know if I'm gonna go ahead and push. You see the sign there. Down to the lake's half a mile, so that's a mile round trip. And I can go 1.5 miles up to my campground. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. It's raining, but it's not as, I mean, it's obviously dark skies, but it's not near as ominous as, you know, the previous storm that came through. So I'm hoping this will just be a rain and will blow through fairly quickly. So I don't know. Might head down to the lake. Might try to catch it on the way back tomorrow. So we'll see. I'll make that decision here in a moment. All right, I'm hanging out under some trees. Still getting wet though. It's actually raining pretty hard now, and I thought that landed on my head. I made the decision to go down to Ouzel Lake because I looked up the path towards my campsite, and it's much more open. And just in case this got worse, I figured there'd be better chances to find some shelter down here like I am now. I mean, I'm under some trees, it's not really that bad. Might take a seat. I will take a seat. And hopefully wait this one out too. Not as comfortable as my cozy little spot earlier, but I think it's gonna do just fine. And yeah, I actually see a better spot right over there. Let this one blow over, see the lake, then we'll truck over to the campsite. Hopefully I won't have to break out the headlamp to get us there. It's 3 o'clock now, but I've had an hour wait already. And Who knows how long I'll be chilling here. But all good. Spirits are still high. It's a very up close picture of my face. Well, I got tired of waiting. This is Ouzel Lake and it's beautiful. I think that's Copeland Peak. It has more storms behind it, but I don't know. So far it's just been rain, which is fine, I guess. But beautiful lake. I'm gonna head back. I'm gonna go kind of slow and just hopefully it kind of clears out a little bit before I start getting high. And by high, I mean elevation. So, I am in Colorado, just to clarify. Well, I made it through. I didn't want to wait, so I just hiked through the rain, and man, did it rain. I am soaked. But if you see through those trees, it looks like sun rays. So that's fantastical. But I really want to show all the snow. I mean, wow. I'm up here, if I'm not over 10,000 feet above sea level, I'm darn close. Because I'm close to my campsite, and I know that's over 10,000. But yeah, beautiful forest too, man. Even though I'm soaking wet and it was raining, it's just cool to, the Rockies. They're awesome. I've made it to my campsite, Upper Ouzel Creek, just right up this little trail. I think this will kind of climb up and kind of be up on this little hill up here. What an oasis. This is where I'll be getting my water from tonight. You can see the creek back there, that's Ouzel Creek flowing through. And there's a peak behind me, some peaks up here. Bluebird Lake's tucked right in between these peaks. Don't know if I'm gonna make it over there today. Might. But I gotta go get my campsite all set up and everything. And yeah, obviously if I don't make it tonight, we'll certainly make it in the morning. So beautiful place. Beautiful, beautiful place. So let's get home set up. Okay, I have everything pitched. All the rain left the campsite a little muddy, big puddle over there, but I was able to get around most of it, so all good. But this is the amazing thing here. Let me show you the inside real quick first. I'm purposely keeping the camera down. So here's where I'll be sleeping tonight. And my view, looking right out my tent, is right over here. Oh, that's not bad sleeping there, love. Even got a little place to sit and look out. So, awesome, awesome campsite for the night. Definitely a little worried about all that snow and see if I'm gonna be able to make it up to the peaks, but I'm definitely gonna give it a try. So, nap time, and then that might be it for the night. Bluebird Lake's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. All right, If you've watched any of my videos in the past, you know I absolutely love maps, and this is my map time. Over here is a 2-night backpacking trip I highlighted that I did. Maybe I'll put a link to that. It was a really, really cool trip. That was a few years ago. So anyway, here we are down at the Wild Basin trailhead. That's where I started today. I hiked the Wild Basin trail to here. Little waterfall right there. There it is, Copeland Falls. Came down to Calypso Cascades. Started along the Bluebird Lake trail. There's Ouzel Falls. Continued along. Took a little quick detour in the rain down to Ouzel Lake. Very pretty little lake. Came up. And now I've hiked this little section here all the way to Upper Ouzel Creek. So this is where I'll be staying for the night. Obviously, I'm very close to Bluebird Lake. Wish I could have made it today, but it's not gonna happen. So, the plan for the morning though is really cool, if I can make it. I know I've said sometimes about getting up on the peaks, so let's see. So I'm gonna hike to Bluebird Lake. Probably gonna eat my breakfast there, refill my waters, have a nice little time here. I've seen pictures, it looks beautiful. If you notice, that's where the trail ends, but not for Windjammer. So, if I'm able, I'm gonna hike past Bluebird Lake off trail, up to Lark Pond, and then all the way past Pippet Lake. And once I get to that point, I'm gonna turn and come up this north slope of Ouzel Peak, get up on Ouzel Peak, and then hike the ridge all the way down to Ouzel Peak, which is the southernmost 13er in Rocky Mountain National Park. Once I reach that peak, I will backtrack the way I came, all the way down here, back through, reconnect to the trail, and take it all the way back out to the trailhead. So that's the plan, and that's if I can get up to the peaks, but we'll find out in the morning. All right, well, I think everything's about done and ready. So I'm just gonna eat, brush my teeth, and enjoy this really nice campground with this super cool view. So good night for night one, and I'll see you in the morning. Good morning. I've camp packed up. That's where my tent was. We were all ready to roll. So I don't even know what time it is. A little after 8 o'clock maybe. A pretty decent night's sleep. Very cold, but I'm good. So next stop, Bluebird Lake. You see, this is what makes it difficult in an attempt to try to get up to Ouzel Peak. You got a steep snow like that, you can't see any trails. You don't really know where you're at. It kind of leads to some dangerous situations. I'm not even to Bluebird Lake yet. I'm trying to find a route to get to there. So, I don't know. Not particularly looking promising, but we'll see. I'm getting to Bluebird Lake, though, that's for sure. If I can find wherever this trail is. I'm still kind of trying to climb up to Bluebird Lake. With the amount of snow, I'm having to go up and over boulders. I mean, it's pretty intense, this last little stretch, and still going. But I just looked behind me and look at that. That's looking down the Wild Basin. Damn, that looks good. Anyway, yeah, it's looking less and less like I'm gonna make those peaks, but I am gonna make Bluebird Lake. It's just gonna be hard to get there. So yeah, here, trail ends in snow. I'll figure out, maybe go around there. I'm actually thinking I'm gonna loop around that rock and maybe skirt that side of it, see what's over there. But I'll get there, but it's not easy. Whew. Wild Basin. made it. Bluebird Lake. A rewarding climb. And a beautiful area. Oh man. That section of snow right there in the middle would be what I'd have to traverse to get up to the top to Lark and Pipette Lake, so that ain't happening. But this is good. This is definitely good. One last look along the banks of Bluebird Lake. It is definitely a beautiful lake. And this is where my trip will end, because as you can see all the snow up there, there's no way I'm gonna be able to climb up and over that. And then again up onto Ouzel Peak up there. Oh well. So this will be the end of the trip. I'll backtrack the way I came and catch up with you at the car. Well, that's a wrap on the Bluebird Trail in the wild basin of Rocky Mountain National Park. Too much snowpack to make it up to the peaks I wanted, but nonetheless an awesome, beautiful, fairly easy overnight trip in the Rocky Mountains. So fantastic. Windjammer is out.